Amy, welcome to the program.
Hi, thank you.
How did you get into theater?
I started theater when I was little. I did a play when I was 5. I was the main character, the bear who didn't hibernate.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I got my big start.
Did you do dance first, or did you do acting first?
About the same time, actually. I started both of them about 5 years old.
Mm-hmm. Do you prefer one over the other, or?
For a long time, dance was my main focus.
Yeah.
By the time I was a teenager, I was with a small professional company and was dancing over 20 hours a week. Mm-hmm. So there wasn't a lot of time for theater, but I did it in high school whenever I could. Once I got out of high school, I started focusing more on musical theater.
Oh, really? And so you did dance, or music, so then you got singing. So where does the singing come in?
I didn't start training in vocally until I was about 15. I started taking private lessons.
Late. So you said musical theater, high school. So that's when you started doing the singing and. Mm-hmm. Wow. So talk about this professional group that you talked about.
I danced with Ballet Excelsior of Houston.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I got to tour overseas with them. We went to Australia, Russia, Poland, Greece, and Bulgaria. Mm-hmm. So it was a wonderful experience. I loved it.
Wow. So what is it that you have that taste. What would you tell people that would like to do something like that?
The main thing is to never give up on yourself and to always tell yourself that you can do something. Mm-hmm. Never just say, oh, I'll fake it, or maybe I don't have to be able to do that. Always push yourself. Mm-hmm.
So in the touring, did you see places that you really enjoyed? Would you like to go back to later on? Or?
My favorite 2 places would probably be Brisbane, Australia. It
is beautiful.
Subtropics.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I love it. And I love the food. It's really good food. I miss the food.
Did you have a mud bugs there?
No, I don't think I
They're
had that.
Weird. It's like a cross between crawfish and lobster, but it has a really gritty taste. They're into it,
Everything was so good there. And then my other favorite place would be Meteora in Greece. Mm-hmm. It's a little bitty town in between these sandstone mountains where these monks lived. It was just beautiful.
What was the first show you ever did at the Crighton?
First show I did at the Crighton was Oklahoma, actually, with the Crighton Players. Mm-hmm. I was Dream Laurie, the ballerina.
Yes. We saw that.
Did
we just
you
didn't know it was you. Yes, we saw it. We just didn't know it was you.
That's awesome. That was me.
And in fact, I think we've seen you in quite a few things. We just didn't know it was you. It was before we knew you were there.
Oh, cool.
It's one of those things. I mean,
last night, Phil Clark, who's our Eli Whitney, I saw him at the CYT play I went to and found out that I was in a show with his son like 7 years ago, and I never put the two together. So
you have a kid, right?
I do.
So how do you manage to do something and have a kid? Because I know that when Carolyn, had Michael, it was really tough.
Yes, it is. It is difficult. Fortunately, I get to stay home most of the time with him. And also we live very close to my parents at the moment. Okay. So Grandma is a great babysitter.
Do they ever do this? Here! Take it back.
And then also, I have a lot of students who are now teenagers who help out sometimes, and their moms, so.
Did you do a lot of things with CYT, right?
I did. I helped with it a lot when it got started here in 2006. Right. And so I've directed shows with them and choreographed a bunch of shows with them.
You still do stuff with them? Or?
Not at the moment. The last thing I did, I choreographed The Hobbit at the Crighton, actually. My husband directed that. So.
And what does he do?
My husband is also a musical theater performer. He loves to sing, and he's an excellent musician. He would like to be a singer touring sometime.
I heard him singing some Les Mis tunes backstage.
Yeah, he's got an amazing voice. So I love whenever we get to perform together. That's
So what was the first thing you guys did together? First
show we did together was Radium Girls at Lone Star College Tomball. And we actually met in the theater department at Tomball College. Oh, so it's special.
That's cool. So, and I know you've done stuff at HVAC, right?
I did 7 Brides for 7 Brothers there a while back. And I did The Fantastics with my husband.
Yes.
Just recently. He played El Gallo and I was the mute. So we were a team.
Was that Elaine Edstrom, the director who directed it? Yes.
Did you see that?
No, but we know Elaine from different times. So, of course,
she directed it.
Houston is... There's a lot of theater, but it's a relatively small community. Most people know each other.
Yeah, I'm finding that out.
Well, it's good and bad because
I feel very strongly that no matter what you're doing, you should always put everything you can into it. Yeah.
What roles would you like to do that you haven't done yet?
I want to play Annie in Annie Get Your Gun. That's one of my dream roles. I have not. I can't get a man with a gun as an audition song all the time, but no. Yeah. I would love to just be in Cats whenever it's off Broadway. Someday I would love to play Reno too. That's one of my dream roles. And Eliza in My Fair Lady. That's okay.
Travel. I mean, you've traveled a lot when you were a kid, but now that you're older, what places would you like to go back to?
Oh, well, I want to go to Ireland.
Oh, wow.
My husband and I, that's our place. Ireland and Scotland. Someday
Why
we're going
Ireland?
to go.
Yeah.
We both love fantasy, like Lord of the Rings, and that's sort of the cradle of fantasy. And we've played around with learning Gaelic, and so we just love to go.
But go back to Brisbane?
And I would love to go back to Brisbane. I could live in Australia, I think.
They have a weird sense of humor.
They do. They do. But I loved how laid back it was, especially along the coast. I mean, beach time. It's just nice. Yeah.
Very expensive, but...
Yeah. Oh, and I also loved they let you go barefoot everywhere.
Really?
Yeah. Especially closer to the shore. All the shops and everything expected people to be barefoot, and I am normally a barefoot person.
Wow. So. Yeah, we noticed that. You say you like to be barefoot.
My feet can't breathe in shoes.
Oh, my goodness. You've been to New York then, right? So you've seen shows there?
I actually have never seen a show in New York. I've been 3 times, but it was all for dance concerts. We were there for 3 days and left.
You're actually doing stuff. Actually.
Yeah.
Well, what would you like to see?
Oh, everything. I'd love to see Lion King. I'd love to see Phantom of the Opera just because you have to see Phantom of the Opera. I want to see Newsies. That was one of my favorite movies ever. And so I'm glad they finally got smart and put it on stage. I also want to see Spider-Man because I love Spider-Man. So.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, they started out. They had all these troubles, unfortunately, but they did pretty well, and so
I'm glad they didn't give up.
Oh, who's your favorite actress? Say Broadway actress.
Sutton Foster.
You really like Sutton?
Yeah.
Oh, so you got all her tracks and that.
I have a lot of them. Yeah.
You ever watch her on shows? Yes, I can't remember if it's cable or not, or ABC.
We don't have TV, so no.
Well, that's not a bad thing. It's probably on Netflix now. I don't know.
Yeah. Netflix is good.
What do you do when you're not doing theater?
When I'm not doing theater, well, other hobbies. I play the harp, and I'm also an artist. I like painting whenever I can. That's harder now that I have a kid. Yeah. Mostly right now it's just taking care of Declan, and that takes up most of my time. So
where do you get the energy? I mean,
I pretend I have energy. I'm an actress. That's how I get the energy.
I think we used to say it's usually a sleep deficit. Everything, that's what gives, right? Sleep is what you give when you're a parent.
Oh man, yes. Last few nights, for some reason, he's woken up at 3 a.m. So. Are
you gonna try to get him into theater?
I'm not going to try to push it, just if he wants to, but I'm sure he will do some. He already loves dancing and singing, and so.
Because he sees his mom and dad
do
it,
yeah,
right?
He sees us do it, and he joins in, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, man. All right. If heaven exists, what do you want God to say when you get to the pearly gates?
Honestly, I just want him to give me a big hug.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, that'd be nice. And for a second, you haven't done Newsies yet, or you haven't done Annie Get Your Gun yet? Come on.
We'll do that here. We'll do Newsies in heaven. Totally.
Amy, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
All right.